Welcome to Shots Fired. I'm Brad Freakin Nolen, and tonight with me, I have the one and only
Nick Bell
and the legend himself,
Travis King.
We are live in Cana, Virginia, to bring you our Week 17 picks. But first, Nick, update us on the standings.
Well, I'm in last place, third place, whatever you want to call it. 6 games out of second place, Brad Nolen. And first place is Travis King, 7 ahead of me and 1 ahead of Brad. I am 7 out of first and 6 out of second. We're here now in week 17. It's been a long journey, and got to make some magic happen. We got 16 regular season games and 11 playoff games. So after this week, we're going to have 4 wild card games, 4 divisional games, 2 conference games, and the one and only Super Bowl. So, Brad, Travis, what do you think about the standings?
Well, just hope I can hold on to first place. It's going to be close.
Yep, tight race to the finish. Nick Bell got some ground to make up, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I got in trouble there. The games that come to mind is when I picked Tampa Bay like 4 times in the regular season. That's what cost me. Because y'all picked the other team, and I thought I was going to be right. But we do got a guest. I don't know what you say, but it's a guest. Adam Horton is on the show tonight. And he's going to be presenting some of his picks and a little bit of his knowledge to us and see if he's got any different opinions. So we'll see how that goes. Who knows? He might be added to the podcast next year. We have to find a 4th person to make it even more interesting next year. But
tonight we are the 4 horsemen.
Yes.
Say hello, Adam.
Hey everybody, it's Adam.
The core 4. All righty. So starting out, the game of the week, the Detroit Lions versus the Green Bay Packers, the 1 o'clock game. Just kidding, guys, it's not. But Brad, what you got?
This is a meaningless game. Both teams out of it. I'm picking the Packers at home. They'll probably blow them out. Not much to say.
Travis, are you going to pick that bad man, Aaron Rodgers?
Yep, unfortunately
Wow.
I don't have to because he's at home.
Talk so much trash about him.
Yep, I'm going to go with the Packers. Yep.
Is that all you got to say about it?
Yeah, ain't too much to say in it, Bell, other than Aaron Rodgers is overrated, and he was as good as people says he is. This team would be in the playoffs, but it's his fault that they're where they're at, though.
Poor Matthew Stafford. If he had some weapons around him, I think he'd have a good team. He's never had a running game. They trade all his wide receivers away. They get hurt or something happens. But I'm going with Green Bay, too. Aaron Rodgers going to get the win up in Lambeau to end out Week 17 and bring some momentum into the 2019 season. They got some good young weapons on the team. Aaron Jones and Jamal Williams looks to be good receivers. And Devontae Adams is going to be a good veteran for years to come. All right, moving on to the next 1 o'clock game. The New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Hold on. We forgot to get Adam's pick. Adam, who do you got in Detroit and Green Bay?
I'm going to have to go with the Cheeseheads in Week 17.
All righty. He's going with the Green Bay Packers. So starting off this time, the New York Jets versus the New England Patriots. Adam Horton, what do you got?
Myself, I despise Tom Brady, but I'm going to have to go with the Patriots in this one by a long shot.
Yeah, I'm going with the Patriots, too. Could actually see the Jets maybe taking it easy in this game, considering they have a chance to get a top 3 pick with their record. So they might not be trying to win this game, but I don't think they will anyway. Patriots easy.
Well, I think the Patriots is going to win, but I disagree about that with the Jets. I think they'd love to go into New England and somehow pull off a big upset, which I don't think they will, but I'm just saying. Because if New England somehow laid an egg and lost and Houston won, then Houston would get that bye. But I don't see that happening, though. So I'm going to go with the Patriots. I'm going to say they win. I'm going to go 31-14.
I'm going with the New England Patriots, too. It wasn't too long ago that the Jets did beat the Patriots in Week 17. Remember the game went to overtime. Belichick won the coin toss, and they elected to kick off instead of receive. Questionable decision. But anyway, Josh McCown drove down the field to beat the Patriots that game. So this one's not going to be a contest at all. The Jets ain't going to show up. It's going to be 11-1 the whole time. So I'm going to go with New England, winning this one in a blowout, 27-10. Moving on. Well, the Panthers and the Saints. The Panthers have had some quarterback issues. Cam Newton's out. Taylor Heinicke's out. So now they got Kyle Allen. Kyle freaking Allen. Who is this? He is now the starter this week. Who did they sign for the backup? It was like Garrett Myers or something. You ever heard?
Some no-name
I
guy.
thought it was Jake Delhomme they brought back.
But anyway, the Panthers they need some help.
Yep.
Travis, is Rivera going to be back in the next season?
Oh, Lord. It's questionable. I don't know.
Cam Newton will be back next season. Since you're a Panthers fan.
Yes. I think he'll have surgery in the off season, and he'll be back. Don't know how good he'll be, but he'll be back.
Okay. So, Adam, what you got? Panthers versus the Saints.
I'm looking for the Saints to stay hot in this one. I got them. Given their defense is pretty good, I'm going to give it to them. And with this new quarterback, I think he's really going to piss down his leg.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Saints, even though they'll be resting their starters for most of the game. I still think they'll win being at home, and considering the Panthers are on their third-string quarterback, I'm going to pick the Saints. I guess for the Saints, Teddy Bridgewater will get some snaps, so that'll be interesting.
Will McCaffrey play?
No, McCaffrey's probably not going to play. Luke Kuechly's probably not going to play.
McCaffrey's not at all?
No,
I
read that he was going to play most of the game, maybe sit out toward the end.
That's going to kill my FanDuel.
I think he will play most of it because he's got a lot to add on to for this season.
No, I heard Rivera just wanted to give other players an opportunity.
Well, shoot, that's not
So,
good for
Who's
me.
that? Fosse Whitaker?
He's hurt. He tore his ACL back in training camp.
Wow.
I could see Christian or Cameron Artis Payne, my bad, getting a lot of reps, getting a lot of carries and stuff in this game.
So who you picking this game, Trav?
And I'm going to go with the Saints, mainly. Carolina third-string quarterback. And just they're resting people. I know New Orleans is too, but yeah, I'm going to go with the Saints, though.
Nah, I'm going with the Saints, too. I would have probably picked the Panthers this week if they had Taylor Heinicke because the Saints are going to rest a lot of their players.
Yep.
But since they brought that Kyle Allen in, it's like bench players versus bench players. So going with the Saints in this one. Moving on to the fourth 1 o'clock game. The Dallas Cowboys versus the New York Football Giants. Adam Horton.
You know, I'm looking for the Giants I'm looking for them to win one late right here. And I think the Cowboys is the team to do it against. So I'm going to have to go with the Giants this week.
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Giants too, even though Jerry Jones said the Cowboys are going to be going all out in this game. I don't believe that for a second. I think they'll be resting toward the end for sure, maybe most of the game. Might take them out in the first quarter. So I'm going to take the Giants to win pretty easy.
Yeah, I think the Giants is going to win. Dallas has nothing to play for. They're done locked into the 4 seed, so they're going to rest people, take it easy. And it's at New York, too, and just think the Giants is going to get the win.
No, I'm going with Dallas for the Dallas Cowboys. Kind of surprised y'all picked the Giants. I figured y'all be picking Dallas too, but I hadn't read anything where they're going to sit anybody. So, and the way Eli Manning's been playing streaky.
Played pretty good last week.
Streaky lately, but
yeah.
They got Saquon Barkley have a big day, but if Odell don't play,
Well, I don't think he is playing.
yeah, they won't win.
Dallas should be looking at this game as a bye week before their wild card game, is the way I look at it. So I think they'll be resting.
I think they will, too.
I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys, guys. I'm
Division
sorry.
rivalry could get chippy out there, man.
I didn't want to bring out the brooms, so
I'm calling Barkley to have a breakout game.
breakout game. If he has a breakout game, God, what do you call his other games?
I'm telling you, he's going to have a breakout game. This is going to be the game of the year right here.
He's going to have 400 yards.
This is going to be the game of the year.
He puts up like 20 fantasy points a game. If he has I'll make sure I select him this week. That means he'll put up like 50.
Mark it down, fantasy owners.
All right. The Jalen Ramsey shit-talking Jaguars versus the Houston Texans. 1 o'clock game. Adam Horton.
Where's this game at?
It's at Houston.
I'm going to have to go with the Texans in this one.
Yeah, I'm taking the Texans. I actually think this game might be pretty close because Jacksonville would love to ruin Houston's season, knock them back, in the standings.
keep them from having a home playoff game potentially. Yeah, they would not have a home playoff game because
They go to the 6.
the only way this is complicated, but the only way they would play at home in the playoffs if they did lose, I guess, if it's Tennessee and Indianapolis somehow tied, I guess they would still host the game.
That's not going to happen.
I don't think.
You know, if they tie, Pittsburgh gets the wild card.
Oh my Lord!
That's wild.
Wow.
Imagine if that game does end in a tie.
Oh my Lord, I'd laugh. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Texans in this one at home. Obviously, they got something to play for to win a division, to get a home playoff game. So yeah, I think Texans will take care of the Jaguars.
I'm going to go to Houston Texans, too. Too much to play for right here. You get a home playoff game, because if they lose, that's really going to hurt them. And in the playoffs, they don't really go that far, because you remember they always went to New England or something, and they'd lose.
Could be sitting up there going to go there in the divisional round the way it looks right now.
But this year, I'd take the Texans.
To go into New England and win?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Travis.
Tom Brady, man, they weak this year. They lost Josh Gordon now. Gronkowski's banged up and old.
No, I wouldn't pick against Tom Brady at home against that team.
Wow. Okay, we'll just wait and see what goes on. But everybody's got the clean sweep on the Texans. Bring out the brooms. Atlanta Falcons versus the Buccaneers. Travis King.
I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons down at Raymond James Stadium Sunday afternoon. Meaningless game, but yeah, I think Atlanta's going to get the win. Matt Ryan's going to throw all over that horrendous defense.
Yeah, I'm taking Atlanta on the road. Benny Hill might get to start at running back this week for the Falcons, and he had a good game last week. So he might have a heck of a game. Might have over 100 yards. He looked really good against Carolina.
Adam Horton.
I'm picking the Falcons as well. I'd really like to see Julio Jones do some damage here at the end of the season. Give us a little bit of hope, some momentum coming into next season.
Are you a Falcons fan?
No, I'm a Julio Jones fan.
Oh, thought you was with Travis King in that regard.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Playing at home. If it was Atlanta at home, I'd take Atlanta. But since Tampa Bay's at home, I'm taking Tampa Bay. Winston's not a bad quarterback. I think whoever signs him this offseason is going to
Hide their crab legs.
Hide the crab legs.
And their Uber drivers.
Yeah, you don't want to get groped. That man's a wild, wild man. I remember when he was at Florida State, he played quarterback, and he was a starting pitcher for the baseball team as well. And he's got a lot of problems. But I think just give him a second chance. Whatever team he gets signed to this season or next season, I think he'll give him a lot. I mean, I think he's a good player. We're going to go to Tampa Bay in this one. We're winning a high-scoring affair, 38-31. All right, moving on to the inconsistent Miami Dolphins versus the inconsistent Buffalo Bills. But
where's this game at?
it's Buffalo. What you got, Adam?
Man, I'm going to have to go with the Buffalo Bills in this one. It's going to be it's going to be some rough weather up there in Buffalo. I don't think the Dolphins I just don't think they got what it takes to beat the Bills for this week. I just really don't. I hate to say that, Mark Motley, if you're listening. But I think I'm getting the Bills in this one.
Yep.
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, I'm taking Buffalo at home. Miami lost their chance last week to get in the playoffs, so probably don't have much desire to play this game. So I'm going to go with the Bills.
Yep, I'm going to go with the Bills, too, at home. Just ain't a lot to say about it.
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going with the Buffalo Bills too. I think Josh Allen's the man there. I think they found their quarterback.
They have to.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that. Adam Tyrod Taylor. I wonder what team he'll go to next year.
I'd like to see the Redskins pick him up.
I could see it. Kind of like a read option play action, run pass option, RPO, whatever. But I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in this one. Josh Allen going to run. LaShawn McCoy going to run in that cold weather. Miami's rush defense is ranked like 26th. Their pass defense is a little bit better, right middle of the pack, like 14th or 15th. But
Yeah, I think the last time Buffalo played Miami, Josh Allen had over 100 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
touchdowns.
Charles Clay dropped a touchdown pass to win the game.
Buffalo really should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have.
Yeah.
It's in the cold weather, too, so.
I think Buffalo's going to remember that game, and they're going to come in looking for revenge.
Another clean sweep on this one. Okay, moving to our 4 o'clock games. The Oakland Raiders versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Raiders coming off a big divisional win. Chiefs coming off a heartbreaking loss on Sunday Night Football. Adam Horton.
Going with the Chiefs. Looking for Patrick to stay hot. That's about all I got for that one.
Yep, going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I want to go with the Chiefs too. They got something to play for in this game, win a division title, get a 1 seed. So, and they're going to thrash Oakland. Oakland's defense is terrible. And Oakland on a short week traveling too. On top of that, so yeah, going to go with the Chiefs in a blowout.
Are you?
It should be dangerous back there. Patrick Mahomes should have plenty of time back there.
Yeah, they have no pass rush at all.
And when he's got time, he's dangerous. He's dangerous regardless.
Yeah.
When will they bench him? Third quarter?
If they're up big, yeah, they will.
I don't know. I don't know if they'll bench him. I really don't.
He might go for the touchdown record.
How many does he need? 7?
Yeah, he might get it.
He might get it in this game.
He could, for real. He really could.
Say it's third
7
quarter.
passing touchdowns.
Yes,
They're
sir.
really good. Oakland's horrible.
Yeah. Say it's third quarter and they're up big and he's got like 5. I think they keep him
Yeah.
in and let him try to get it.
Yep, I'm looking for John.
I bet he don't throw 3.
Ooh, I don't know about that. I bet he does.
He gets 4 or more, I guarantee it.
You'll make a bet on that, Brad Nolen.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
We'll talk about it
What's the
after.
bet want to be?
You always say we're talking about it, and then you always chicken out. Like,
I feel confident about this one.
I bet Christian Krotz last week on the Chiefs in the Seahawks game. He owes me $20 now.
Uh-oh. Shots fired.
But anyway, so everybody going with the Chiefs?
Yep.
I expect Derek Carr to be a good fantasy quarterback this week.
Derek Carr's got the 3rd longest streak right now going without an interception, if y'all can believe that.
Who's
He
number
does.
1? Russell Wilson? Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Number 2 is Russell Wilson?
That bad man.
Yeah, I think so.
Why are you bringing up stats that help Aaron Rodgers' case, Travis King? You just shot yourself in the foot. No comment. Moving on.
Involuntary.
Los Angeles Chargers versus the Denver Broncos.
Chargers.
Yep, going with the Chargers.
Chargers, easy.
Chargers.
Yeah, I think the Chargers will go into Mile High, Denver, get the win. They got a lot to play for, too. Deep in the back of their minds, they probably know Kansas City's going to take care of Oakland, and they're going to get the 5 seed. But you never know, though, so I'd say they're going to try to win this game just in case. So, yeah, I think they're going to take care of Denver. Plus, Denver went into L.A. about a month ago and won, so I think they're going to have revenge, too, on their mind.
Yeah, Broncos are just done, man. Sanders is out. Lindsey's out. They traded Thomas. They lost their tight end, Jake Butt. Keenum it's not like Minnesota when he had Latavius Murray, Jerick McKinnon, Dalvin Cook, Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen,
Kyle Rudolph. Yep.
Laquan Treadwell.
Yep.
Um,
I think he's just a rookie, actually, though.
C.J. Ham.
Yeah.
Who's rookie?
No, Treadwell's been in the league a
Yeah,
while.
he's like 3
Oh,
years.
yes. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Come on, Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm going with the Chargers.
Rookie mistake.
All right. This game right here, the 49ers and the Rams. I think the Bears are going to do a lot of scoreboard watching on this
I
game.
think they are, too, no doubt.
Mhm.
What do you got?
Going with the Rams. They should win it. They got a lot to play for. Make sure they keep home field advantage. So I think they'll win. I think it'll be a pretty close game, actually, because 49ers been playing tight with teams here lately. So I think it'll be a one-score game, actually.
I got an upset alert. No. The Brooklyn Nets have just beat the Charlotte Hornets 134 to 132 in double overtime.
Oh,
Wow.
So, sorry, guys. All right, what do you got, Adam?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams this week, too.
Yep, I'm going to go with the Rams 2 at home. I think it might be a decent game, but Yeah, the Rams got a lot to play for, knowing they need to go ahead and get that bye in the 2 seed in case Chicago beats Minnesota. So, yeah, I think the Rams take care of business.
I am going to go with the Rams, too. But the Niners have been playing everybody tough the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, they have.
They played everybody close.
They have.
But regardless, I'm going to go with the Rams. All right, the Arizona Cardinals versus my Seahawks. What you got, Adam?
Sadly, gonna have to go with the Seahawks on this one. I hate to admit it. The Cardinals, man, they just ain't got much to do this season. They're basically non-existent. I mean, if you're worse than the Raiders this season, it's pretty bad.
They fired their coach, Steve
Yeah,
Wilkes.
they did.
So McCarthy looked at it, and Jim Caldwell so far.
Yeah.
I hope McCarthy gets it so we can beat up on him even more.
I'd like to see Larry Fitzgerald do something before he retires.
This
I'd
might
like to
be
see
his
him go
last
somewhere.
game ever.
Could be. Yeah.
I'm going with Seahawks too. I don't think the Cardinals will have much desire to win, considering they're in line for the first overall pick. They probably want to keep it that way. Winning this game means nothing for them, so I'm going with Seattle.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seattle, too. This ain't a lot to say about it. It's at Seattle. Seattle's going to keep their momentum going and get a win.
Hey, Nick, do you know if the Seahawks are going to be resting players? Because I got the Seattle Seahawks defense starting on every fantasy team this week.
No, Pete Carroll said he don't plan on resting. He said when they rest players, they mess around and lose. And he said he don't like losing. He said they're going to play this game like it's any other and not think about injuries or anything like that.
Heck yeah.
He said Carson's going to get the full workload. And they're going to play it like any other normal game.
Nice.
Pete Carroll said he ain't about resting people.
Well, that's good for me.
Russell Wilson's never. The only time Russell Wilson's went out was like earlier. I think he's went out 2 times in his career when they're blowing out a team. I remember one time they beat Jacksonville by like 30 in the 4th quarter and they took him out. But that's the only time I remember them doing that. He's never been benched or anything. So I'm going to Seahawks too. Expect Chris Carson to have a big game. Probably rush for another 100 yards. He's had a 1,000-yard season, which is incredible because they went through like 15 running backs since Marshawn Lynch, literally. And that's all I got right there. All right, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I'm looking for the Bengals to win this one.
You serious?
I'm serious. I'm serious. I'm serious.
Not a chance.
I'm serious. I think the Steelers are going to be down. They're still going to be pouting over last week. So, I look for the Bengals to come in and just run them.
Something to keep in mind, these two teams hate each other. And the Bengals might be out for blood. They might try to hurt them. Knowing them, they're always trying to hurt Brown.
Montez perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if I'm the Steelers are going to be angry. They're going to win, but I'd be careful. I wouldn't put it past the Bengals to try to hurt Brown and Connor and all those guys. Yeah. But, yeah, I'll go with the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Steelers in this. They're at home. They always seem to have Cincinnati's number year in and year out. And obviously Pittsburgh needs to get a win to keep their playoff hopes alive and hope that Baker Mayfield can go into Baltimore and get a win so they can get in, or hope. I don't see this happening, or hope that Tennessee and Indianapolis somehow miraculously ties, which would be crazy.
They have the same record right now.
But, yeah, I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. They played a heck of a game last week down at New Orleans. They should have won. Big Ben, he's an incredible player. Riley knows I got a little fired up toward the end of that game when I was texting him.
Yeah, he's mad about what Cam Jordan said about Big Ben
Yep.
being overrated, so Trav took it personally.
I think he is a little bit overrated with the weapons he has. I believe you could put almost any quarterback in the NFL in his situation, and they would have some success.
Yeah, I agree. I've never been high on Big Ben, but I think he's decent, but I don't think he'll probably get in the Hall of Fame because of Super Bowls, but I don't think he's all that elite.
It's going to be the most talented team to never make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So,
They're missing Le'Veon Bell.
you think about that. Imagine if they had Martavis Bryant still.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Who was that? Who's their tight end they lost? They retired a couple
Heath
years.
Miller.
Yeah, they had him and
They used to have
Le'Veon. And
Emmanuel Sanders was there and Mike Wallace. They've had good receivers come out of that team.
Yeah.
He's got a bad coach, man. Tomlin, he just needs to learn how to control his players. Like, Brown's got a bad attitude. I like Smith-Schuster. He took the blame. He's always got a positive attitude.
Yeah.
But Ben and Brown always getting into it. Bell always tweeting and crap. But I'm going to go with the Steelers in this one. Tyler Boyd, breakout player from the Bengals this year. So I like that. Brad Nolen called it like week 3. He told me to put him in the FanDuel. Tyler Boyd won me a lot of money this year. So I'm going to go with Steelers on this one. All right, the Cleveland Browns that are hot with Greg Williams at coach after they fired Hugh Jackson. Baker Mayfield's a whole different quarterback and playing the Baltimore Ravens.
Going with the Ravens at home, but I would not be surprised if the Browns went in there and upset them. Because Baker Mayfield is one special guy, and he could do it. And but everyone's talking about the Ravens being the sleeper in the playoffs, this and that. They're going to the Super Bowl. I don't think that for 1 second, but they're going to be a tough out in the playoffs, no doubt. But they're not a Super Bowl team. Lamar Jackson will show his rookie colors, I feel like, in the playoffs. But I'm going with the Ravens in this game.
Yeah, I think the Ravens are going to win at home. Sort of a similar situation last year they were in at home facing the Bengals. They needed to win and get in, and they lost. And Buffalo got in. And Buffalo fans, I can't remember. They did something for Andy Dalton. I can't remember what it was, though. But,
That's what it was. They had a party.
Lost my train of thought. But, I think the Ravens are going to win. I think Baker Mayfield's a special player. He's unreal. Cleveland's been playing some good football, so they got a chance to go in there and win. But I think they would love to play spoiler, in my opinion. But I just think Baltimore at home, man, the crowd's going to be behind them on defense and stuff. And I just think they're going to do enough to win.
Lamar Jackson, baby. Going to get that win. The Ravens going to win that division.
Yep.
Hope they do. I hate Pittsburgh. Going to go with Baltimore, winning a close one. Cleveland beat them in overtime earlier in the season. It was 9-6 in overtime. But I think the Cleveland Browns might be a playoff team next year.
I think they could be.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. That'd bring a lot of ratings to football because there's a lot of Browns fans out there.
A lot of Mayfield fans too.
Yeah.
I think he had a top 5 most selling jersey this year.
Mm-hmm.
Might have been number 1 actually.
What do you got, Adam?
I got Baltimore in this one as well. I think that game that they had earlier that went into overtime is really going to set in heart for the Ravens. I think they're going to be coming in for blood. I think the Ravens are kind of riding a confidence wave right now too, and I do look for them to make a run in the playoff. A pretty good run, a deep run actually. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Mark it down. Guest speaker Adam said a playoff run. I mean, seriously, they're on a confidence wave, and their confidence is out the roof right now. And I just see them. They think they're one of the elite teams in football right now. I would disagree a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, but confidence can go a long ways with them.
Okay.
And the Browns as well. That's some key defensive players out. I mean, they're struggling. Ravens got a pretty how can I word this? Their offense is pretty strong right now. It's going good for them. So I'm looking for this to be a high-scoring game. I don't think this game is going to be close, guys. I'm sorry.
All right, Brad. I'm sure this what I'm getting ready to ask you is going to be it's going to be on your mind all week and all day Sunday. Will the Philadelphia Eagles get in the playoffs? So, starting off, for that to happen, they have to beat the Redskins. So, Brad, will the Washington Redskins beat the Eagles?
No, the Eagles will win this game easily. I'm not worried about this game one bit, but I am worried about the next game you're probably going to ask. But I do think the Eagles will win this game. Nick Foles is on a roll right now, and he ain't going to stop this Sunday.
Travis?
Oh, yeah. I think the Eagles are going to handle the Redskins fairly easy in our nation's capital on Sunday afternoon. I just don't see the Redskins putting up much of a fight. I think they love to. Well, I think they're going to try, no doubt, because they're division rivals, but I just don't think they're nearly going to have enough to beat the Eagles. They're on a roll. Nick Foles playing at a high level. Like I said before, if he's under center back at the 1st of November, this would be different. They'd probably done have it clinched or something, playoff spot. But I don't know what they were thinking. They didn't. So now they're in a predicament. They got to hope the Vikings lose. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Eagles in this game.
I'm going to go with the Redskins in this one.
What?
I'm serious. I'm looking for Nick Foles to go cold in this one.
Whoa.
Yep, I'm looking for. I mean, he's been immaculate. I'm not getting. I think he should have been the starter since day one. I think Carson Wentz is a little bit washed
I
up.
think they should trade. I think they should trade Carson Wentz and keep Nick Foles as their starting quarterback, because you trade Carson Wentz, you're gonna get 2 first-round picks. I think off of that, because he's should have been the MVP if he had played the whole season. I just think the leg injury has to do a lot. But I think a team like Jacksonville, Denver, New York,
The Redskins themselves.
Detroit.
Redskins needs a quarterback.
yeah, well,
I'm telling you right now.
I think y'all should get. I would trade
We don't have an answer.
Wentz and get Foles. That's what I would do.
Well, Doug Peterson said today that Wentz is the guy.
See, that's stupid. Stupid. And Nick Foles is going to be a free agent, and he's going to walk and sign with the team, and y'all didn't get anything.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's a lot better than Carson Wentz.
And you can tell on that team. I'm not saying he's a better player. I'm just saying with that team y'all got.
With that offense and that scheme, yes.
Nick Foles.
Wentz is the better quarterback overall, but Nick Foles in that
I don't know
system,
about that.
you got to look at his numbers, Trav. If you seen Foles at the beginning of the year, that's why Wentz had to be rushed in, because Foles was playing horrible. Foles is good this time of the year. I don't know why, but he is. But any other time, if you look at his record before November, he's below average.
Adam is a Redskins fan, so I have a feeling that's why he picked Washington.
I disagree.
All right, this is the big game that everybody's going to be paying attention to. 4:25, the Chicago Bears versus the Minnesota Vikings. Will the Bears play their starters? Will they not?
Yeah, they will.
Yes, they will.
They will.
So is everybody going with the Bears?
Well,
I'll let y'all go first, and I'll tell you who I'm picking. Go ahead, Adam.
Nick, what is the offensive line rated on the Vikings this year? They doing pretty good?
No, they're crappy.
Khalil Mack will destroy them. I'm calling it right now. The Bears, they're going to give them a lot of trouble. I'm going with the Bears now.
I'm going to go with the Purple People Eaters Sunday afternoon in the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Should get a win and lock down a playoff spot. Yep, and that's even with Chicago trying. I think Minnesota's going to pull this one out at home. That crowd is going to be loud. It's going to be behind them. And I think Minnesota's defense is going to come to play in this game. And I think there's going to be some heartbroken Eagles fans after this one. And, yeah, about to say heartbroken Bears fans, but I take that back because I think Rams are going to win. So, yeah, I think the Vikings, man, at home, they're going to do it. They're going to stamp their ticket, man, and they're going to earn them a little trip to the Windy City in the wild card round. Have a rematch with Chicago.
That Chicago wins again.
And this might surprise y'all, but I agree with Travis. I think the Vikings are going to win. They're at home. The Bears have been winning some close games here lately. They haven't been playing as good as they were at the beginning of the year, in the middle part of the year. And I feel like the Vikings, they're going to be coming all out. It's unfortunate for my Eagles, but it is what it is. So I'm taking the Vikings.
Well, like I said earlier, they're going to be watching the Niners and Rams game. Niners have played everybody within one possession the last 4 weeks, I do believe.
Yeah.
They've won 2 out of 4, right? They're playing 500 ball.
Yeah.
I think the Niners will play the Rams close. The Cardinals played the Rams close last week until it got to the third quarter, because the Cardinals was up 9-3 at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, but they didn't have enough. I think Nick Mullins should be traded in offseason. He could be a starter somewhere. It's crazy from being a scout team safety to quarterback.
That's Kyle Shanahan for you.
But I think the Niners are going to keep it close enough against the Rams that Chicago will keep the starters in and beat Minnesota, because I don't think Chicago wants to see Minnesota back-to-back weeks. You think about that. what it does on film and everything.
Yeah.
So
Well, I've been thinking, too, if I was the Bears, I'd rather play Minnesota than I would Philly because the role Nick Foles is on right now, I don't think any team wants to play him.
Well, do you get the film concept I was
Yeah.
talking about? Like, they could really study down on the film and everything.
True.
Plus,
It's going to be bad
it's
for
a divisional
ratings.
game, so you can throw out the spread and all that.
Yeah. It's going to be bad for ratings seeing the same matchup 2 weeks in a row, not to mention there'll be more higher ratings for an Eagles game than there will be a Vikings
you're
game.
right. I'd rather see the Eagles in, but I'm going to go to Chicago. It's just going to depend on what the Niners does. If the Niners keep it close, I think Chicago wins.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the game of the week. Not joking this time. 8:30 game. Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, Michelle Tafoya, and Terry McAuliffe in the booth calling this one. 8:30 in Nashville, Tennessee, the Music City. It's going to be cold.
Yep.
Who's going to win? Indianapolis Colts with Andrew Luck or the Tennessee Titans?
This game right here, I'm super confident about. I've been riding the Colts hype train since week 5. I said they were going to get in the playoffs and they're going to make a run. It's going to happen. It's going to come to fruition this Sunday, and they're going to get the win in Tennessee. And if y'all are interested in going to that game, I looked at ticket prices today.
What are they?
Just average price for a ticket. Upper deck, $100. I thought it would be more, but it's not. So
Let's go.
it's not a bad price. So
I would have went with y'all to Carolina 2 weeks ago, but y'all ditched me.
what do you say, Adam? You like Colts or
I
Titans?
like the Colts in this one. I like City and Clinch playoff. Have they already? Well,
This is for the
This is
6th seed.
basically a
Oh,
playoff
it's,
game
Colts
right
got
here.
this one in the bag. I like seeing them make a push, get a little bit of insurance, draw some eyes to some free agents they'd like to get this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Colts in this one.
Possibly Le'Veon Bell might want to go there
They
after
got
this.
I think the most salary cap space in the NFL.
That's what helped their case.
It's King. What do you got to say?
Tighten up. I'm going with the Tennessee Titans Sunday night
You big Marcus Mariota fan. That's what you are.
under the bright lights at Nissan Stadium off the Cumberland River.
God.
Yep. It's going to be a doozy. One of the best games of the year. One of the best Sunday night games of the year. Marcus Mariota, he's one tough son of a gun. He's hurt. He's less than 50%, but he's going to go out there. The man's going to find the way to win this game. Derrick Henry, he's on a roll right now. He's going to run all over that Indianapolis defense. And when the Colts got the ball, it's going to be extremely, extremely loud inside of Nissan Stadium. They're probably going to have to go with some silent audibles and stuff just to hear themselves thinking when they got the ball. It's going to be so loud. And the Titans, it's going to be a heck of a game. They're going to win. I'm going to say they win. I'm going to go 27-24.
Is there any way both Indianapolis and Tennessee gets in?
No.
There's no possible scenarios.
No, there's not.
Mm-mm. Wait. What if the Texans lose and they tie? No, that can't
No.
happen.
So what if Pittsburgh loses and the Baltimore loses, but Colts win?
No. One of those Steelers, Ravens have to win their division.
Oh yeah.
So it's one of the others getting in, unless they tie.
Yep. I'm going with the Colts. I've been listening to Brad Nolen since week 5, week 6. When the Colts were 1-5, and he said I could see them making a run. They got an easy schedule. And guess what? They got the 5-5, 6-5. Then they lost one against Jacksonville. If they lost 6-0 to Jacksonville. If they wouldn't have lost that, they would have ended on like a 8-game winning streak,
Yep.
wouldn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go with the Colts in this one. Andrew Luck's bearing Mariota. Mariota is always banged up. Always seems like he's getting hurt. Wouldn't surprise me if Blaine Gabbert starts this game, or at least plays in it, because Mariota will probably get sacked and then go down. I like Mariota. I loved him when he was at Oregon. He's just injury prone. Just a small guy. Just can't take a beating, man.
He reminds me of Cam Newton, honestly. That's you, Travis King.
Well, Travis has went from being a Panthers fan to a Falcons fan. So, like, he was a Panthers fan his whole life till last year. Then, after the Falcons got in the Super Bowl, he was like, I think I'm going to be a Falcons fan. And now if both of them suck, he's like, I guess I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans now.
And then he's got the Chargers in his back pocket as well.
So, what's next year's team going to be?
I don't know. Stay tuned.
Oh, God.
So, guys, any score predictions on the Colts Titans?
One thing I'd like to say. This game has a lot of implications, and Frank Wright, head coach of the Colts, last time he was in a crucial game like this was Super Bowl 52, and he rolled out the Philly special. Well, Doug Peterson made the call, but he was the offensive coordinator in that game. So I won't be surprised if we see some kind of trickery in this game to get the job done. So if we see maybe the Indianapolis special this game, who knows? But I like the Colts winning it by 2 scores. I'm going to say they win it. Yep, Travis King, 2 scores, 27-17. That's all I got.
What you got, Travis?
Oh, I said 27-24.
Oh, wow.
Ryan Suckup, man. Marietta's going to drive him down the field. No Ryan Suckup. Going to put one through the uprights.
Tennessee is not going to score more than 20.
I don't know about that. I think they can. Derrick Henry, man, run all over him. Then it might open up things for Deion Lewis.
Dude, that Colts defense is good.
It
Yeah,
is.
but this game's at Tennessee, man, in the cold.
Not only is that offense elite, that defense is working its way to being elite.
Indianapolis might be colder, Trav.
Yeah, Indianapolis is going to freeze to death.
You know what?
Yeah.
If the Colts get in and they win this game, which I think they will, I really think they're going to make a deep run. I really do.
Yeah. Them and Seattle's 2 similar teams.
I would not be surprised if the AFC title game, well, couldn't be because there would be the 6, Chiefs would be the 1. That's what I was going to say. I think they'll lose to the Chiefs. That's who they'll lose to.
Well, anyway, I got Tennessee scoring 17. And I got the Colts scoring 27. 27-17.
Just like me.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Wow. Brad, we're always agreeing on scores and stuff.
Yeah.
I think, guys, I got an idea for the playoffs. If we get the score right, we get a bonus. Like we get 2 wins instead of 1.
Ooh.
What do you think for the playoffs?
Maybe half a win.
To make it interesting, just 1 extra point. Well, what's the chances we predicted actually right? And it'll make it interesting.
What if it happens and then we'll be like, oh crap, why do we do that?
Well, that's what y'all think. Yeah. Well, I think we should do it. That's my proposal.
We'll discuss it.
Yeah, I'd say give us a week to think about it.
Yeah.
I'll sleep on it.
Yeah, that's how he always says. He sleeps on it and he's like, oh, nah, I think I'm good. Man, it was a short podcast this week. What were we at?
42 minutes. That's got to be a record for us.
All you listeners, man, I bet y'all are happy about that. It's the last
Yeah.
time y'all have to listen to us. Usually it goes about an hour and
No, it
15.
won't be the last time. We still got the playoffs.
No. I was talking about how long.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
it's a short time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so what are we going to do in the playoffs when we have to predict 4 games? And go
We'll go into detail about those
Yeah,
games.
okay.
Name the depth charts, the
find
coaches, the
things
water
to talk
boys,
about.
cheerleaders' names.
Yeah. You know how much a cheerleader gets paid in an NFL game?
No idea.
$50 a game, ain't it?
65 a game. Do you know how many teams? Do you know how many teams in the NFL got cheerleaders?
I'm going to guess 30.
Yeah, that's what I'll say.
26. 6 teams don't.
Who are they?
Pittsburgh, New York Jets.
The Giants?
I don't know about that. I can't remember.
That would be odd if the Giants did and the Jets did.
Giants are the main team in New York.
They are. I agree.
Because if you look at their stadium, the MetLife's lit up blue and not green.
When you
They're
think
biased.
of NFL cheerleaders, what team do you think about?
Cowgirls.
Cowboys,
Yeah.
no doubt.
I knew everybody was going to say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, they got them girls dressing like they're getting ready to have a porn scene.
Yep. Better be careful with having Zeke on that team. He might turn it into a video out
Yeah,
there
just
on
remember
the
that video?
star.
Remember that video of him grabbing his girlfriend's bosom?
Yeah, and then he ripped that girl's top off in that
Yeah.
parade float.
That was crazy.
Old Zeke's always into trouble and mischief.
Yeah.
Can't wait till Dallas loses in the playoffs next week.
To who? Who they
The
gonna lose?
Seattle freaking
Yeah.
Seahawks with
Yeah,
Russell
let's
Wilson.
go.
Old Dak Prescott's going to have to take old Zeke behind the woodshed to console him.
Jason Garrett's gonna be crying. He's gonna be clapping like he always is.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's gonna be over there chewing that gum. Russell Wilson's gonna be over there freaking just throwing the ball maybe 10 times a game, but going to give it off every time. But the 10 times he throws it, he gets like 3 touchdowns. So
His ex-wife's going to call him up.
it's like, I miss you so much. You know that his ex-wife left him before they won the Super Bowl.
Really?
His ex-girlfriend, not wife.
Oh,
Now he's married to Sierra.
Yeah. Rapper,
Mm-hmm.
singer, / porn star.
There you go.
Well, that's all for this week. I'm Brad Freakin Nolen.
I'm Nick Bell. Thanks for listening, guys.
It was an honor to be a guest on the show today, guys. I appreciate it.
His name's Adam Horton.
and I'm Travis Keene.
We are signing off. Shots fired.
See you next week.
Pow pow.